Hey guys, it's Pranav, and today I'm going to be reviewing a game which has been hyped up for months now. So, the game's 4G, and the way I'm going to be giving the review is by giving a running commentary on my gameplay of my gameplay, and the running commentary being the review, of course. So let's just get into it. So this is how the game starts. Um, Encore Games being the developer of 4G, and this is just me checking my settings. I'll just So that is your menu. That is gonna be your menu. Pretty basic. I mean, this game is still in the early stages of its development. So these are the two modes which are gonna be coming soon. I don't know how those modes are gonna be because you'll find out soon. Now the story is more of a slideshow rather than a live action cutscene, an action cutscene. I'm just gonna skip the story as well. So to give you an idea of what the gameplay is recorded on, it's recorded on a pretty low end hardware. Uh, the phone being Redmi Note 5, Note 5. It has the Snapdragon 625 and it has 4 gigs of RAM. So 4 gigs of RAM is plenty for this game, and the Snapdragon 6. I'm definitely pushing the Snapdragon 625 to its limits because I'm recording the screen and I'm playing the game as well. So the CPU utilization is going to be pegged at 100 like all the time. So if you're gonna see stuttering in the game, like that is the reason. So this is how the game looks. The textures are pretty okay, I guess. I mean, for a game that's been hyped up this much, I don't think the textures are really good. The mechanics suck. Okay, and that is like one thing I really don't like about the game. Like when I go to settings, they give you an option known as main menu. I mean, why don't they just give it like exit level or exit mission or something like that? It really confused me. What I wanted was options instead of main menu. So yeah, I'm gonna skip. Yeah, this is how the player walks or runs, and the enemies, they don't die. They really don't. Takes an hour to finish an enemy off. And to showcase how crappy the AI is, the enemies just follow you around. And you can basically, run past them. Not run, like walk in snail space. They don't do anything. As long as you spam this button, they don't do anything. And the voiceover is, location based. The further you progress, the voiceless come up. The voices come as you progress. And if you don't spam the attack button, they attack you. That's that's basically how the fighting is in this game. It's really terrible. The AI is pretty terrible, and the fighting is also pretty terrible. Just have to keep spamming this attack button, and the defense button basically does nothing. It takes a lot of time for the enemy to die or get knocked off, I guess. And the way you heal your, look at this. That Encore, you have to fix that. That that doesn't look good. That really doesn't. And there are many instances where these kind of things happen. I mean, it's not game breaking, but it really doesn't look good. For a game that's been hyped up this much, and this is the way you heal a fireplace. And I don't know what this is. For the love of God, I don't know what the yellow bar is. And that's how you heal. And the story progresses at like snail's pace. It's really slow. You get about 21 minutes to complete these, so that's plenty of time, I guess. But then it's really boring. I'm telling you, it's not worth your time. And sorry for the recording quality being terrible, but that's all I could do. Like the phone couldn't handle anything higher than this. And I've also played this game on like Samsung Tab A 10.1 inch. That's what the tab is called. That's a pretty weird name. Don't ask me why. So it has about 2 GB of RAM and Samsung Exynos 7904. So it has a processor equivalent to the Redmi Note 5, but it has like 2 GB of RAM. So for 4G in that tab was barely cutting it. I had almost no RAM left for screen recording. That's the reason why I'm doing it on this phone. Or else that would be like my test bench, I guess. So the reason why I recorded this game on like pretty low end hardware is to see if the game runs on pretty low end hardware. And considering the game looks pretty crap, I'm not surprised by the fact that it runs on a little potato. And this is how the fighting is. I'm skipping all of this because it's boring as hell. And enemies have this weapon. I mean, you take about an hour to finish off enemies with your fist and like 2 seconds with the weapon. And that was like the enemy's voice line. It's gonna come in like about. Yeah, so that sounds pretty cringe. Just like this review of mine. So that's how the game is. The mechanics are terrible. The visuals are, I guess, okay for a mobile game, but I mean, it's not really a competitor for PUBG. Obviously, it's not, but um, it still has future because it's still an early product. It's still early in its development. So I mean, it's not gonna be perfect because I've seen the game mechanics and they can't really change or revamp the game mechanics. It's gonna be how the game mechanics are gonna be the same in the team deathmatch. Uh, the game mechanics they can't really change it. So I don't really expect much from this game, but it has future. I mean, it's not it's not worth the hype. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, thank you for listening to this review and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.